Hey guys, if you haven't seen my Pennsylvania vlog or vlog, check it out, because that comes first. But right after we got back from Pennsylvania, my aunt came down with us from Pennsylvania, that's where she lives, and then we headed over to Paris, France. We non-revved on American Airlines to Paris, and we got first class because we non-revved, and the reason we non-revved is because my mom is an American Airlines flight attendant. Hold on, the phone's ringing. Okay, sorry about that. So we get to the international section of the airport, and since it's the first time I flew internationally, it's the first time I saw it. It was amazing. It was really high ceilings, along with this really tall escalator, and I literally got on the up escalator and just turned around and went down. I got some stairs, and it was like a good minute doing that. It was, I reached a whole nother altitude. It was really high stairs, and we flew first class, so I'm going to kind of like show you what all first class entails. Like when you sit there, there's a whole lot of other features. I do want to say I think the pictures of like me with the food are on my other computer, so I'm not even going to bother with that. So I'm going to just like get down straight with it. The service was great. The food was amazing. The flight attendants were so sweet. It was just great. Of course, flying first class is pricey for people who cannot non-rev, but I recommend it. I mean, if you are willing to pay the money, you're going to get your money's worth. So, but I'm not here to promote anything. So it's just my mom's job, you know, as a flight attendant. So this is what a first class seat looks like. So I started with stowing my backpack in the seat across from me, and there's my pillow and my blanket. And there's my remote to control the chair. You can turn it into a bed. And in order to make it a bed, you're going to have to rotate it. So there's like a lever on the side, which is pretty neat. And then also what came with first class was this little overnight kit. It depends if you did much sleeping or not. Like a toothbrush, toothpaste. It was really cool. Some socks, and to put that over your eyes, which I did use, not the socks, because I had my own little slippers that I brought. Kleenex came in handy. Pen came in handy. Ooh, moist towelette, that always comes in handy. And then some lotion and chapstick. The chapstick was cool. Lotion, it was all good. Nothing special, but of course when I arrived at my seat I thought it was the coolest thing. I got this nice menu, which I did keep. If I twisted this button, I got my own little reading light, which was very nice and helpful during the flight. And if I pushed this button, I could pull out one of the two tables you could eat on. And this way you can sit, eat facing the person next to you, which was my mom. Now if you push the button to your right, TV will pop out, which was very neat. You can move the TV. Oh, look, there's me in the reflection filming. And then if I checked my armrest, I could pop out a remote for the TV. Rotate the remote and it becomes a video game console. A pair of Boise headsets. Take away the pillow and the sheets they gave me, and you get another seat across from me so I can eat with somebody else during mealtime, which was very cool. So eventually we get off the flight and we take a long bus ride on two buses attached by this accordion thing to our hotel. I was really nauseous during the whole time, but I have some footage, and just coming out of there, you know, right when I walked outside it smelled like smoke, but it didn't look very nice when you get out of the airport, but it gets a lot prettier once you're out of the airport. The airport is just lots of traffic, lots of construction. So at first I was like, I have my doubts. And then the bus dropped us off like half a mile away from our hotel. So we have all these suitcases and we're trucking them along, and both my hands are full. And no one told me that they have air vents in the sidewalk that blow up, and I was wearing a skirt. And I walked over one. It was a long one, and I didn't know at first, so I had to walk like the whole way up that vent while I was blowing up my skirt in front of the whole crowd of people to watch. Oh, the French were probably just laughing their heads off. You could tell we're tourists. We have a suitcase. So that was really funny. Not at the time. And then we get to the hotel. The hotel was pretty cool. It was small, but it was really cute. We each had enough beds. It was kind of hard in France, maybe in general too, like how they always comes in couples. So it was hard getting a bed for room for 4. So it required beds for all 4 of us. And the coolest thing would have to be that I ended up not using because I was just too tired when I came back to the room, was the bidet. It's I don't really want to explain it too much, but go look it up. Wikipedia, Google it. But yes, I felt very French showering next to a bidet. After we settled in, right away we explored. We noticed that there was this really cool garden right next door to the hotel that we checked out. And there was also, we didn't pay for the tour, but there was this, I don't know what you would call it, just there was like some buildings there. And right away that was like our first glimpse of European architecture. And then right away I was scared to death because, you know, my French teacher kind of told me, don't act like a tourist on the metro. So I'm clinging to my camera that's like, you know, for vlogging purposes, and I'm scared to death not letting go. My fingers were purple. It was like in the grip so hard. But the metro was nothing to be afraid of. Taking it at night when some people were drunk and scary looking, I still felt safe with my mom, even though we were in a foreign area in general, like being in France. But the metro was not that bad. The advertisements and shop windows were really interesting, but I only took a few pictures. But one thing that really interested me, intrigued me, was when, you know the movie The Killers? It came out just this summer with Katherine Heigl and Ashton Kutcher. But I saw posters everywhere, like even on buses and along the streets. But it wasn't called The Killers. It was called Kiss and Kill. So if anyone has any idea why it's called that, is it from like directly literal translations or anything? I'm really curious, so just leave a comment and tell me, because I have no idea why the title of the movie was changed. So we continued wandering, and we realized that our hotel was really close to a lot of cool places. If we were to go back to France, we'd probably go back there, unless we got tired of seeing the same sights. But you could walk to anything, like we walked to the Louvre, we could walk to the Eiffel Tower, and that's when we were exploring. The first thing we stumbled upon was the Eiffel Tower. But before the Eiffel Tower, there was this huge field, and they put a big screen TV, but everybody was watching the World Cup on this big screen TV, and they were going nuts. I hope I got to show you some of the partying that they did, because that was pretty funny. Oh, man, they were crazy. So check this out.
I need to get footage.
So after that, we just continued exploring. We didn't know where we were going. Literally, half the time we really didn't know where we were going.